Hey beauties, good morning to you. Listen to me. You see, if you have somebody in your corner who gives you 80% good, 20%, let's say not so good, bad, keep that individual. Most people will give you 10 to 20% good, 80% bad, 90% bad. Listen to me again. If you have somebody in your life who gives you 80% good, 20% not so good, 10% or 20%, 20% not so good, between or 10 not so good, 10 bad, work with that individual. Just pray and ask God to change you and to transform them so that you can have a better symbiotic relationship, a better flow between the two of you, not just them, because you need work on. You're not a finished product. But I guarantee you, most people that you will encounter will only give you 20% good. They will not give you 80% good, most. And many people are in regrets today because they never valued the ones who gave them 80% good. They went out and looked for the 20%, end up leaving 80% good. And they got that 20%, but what they got was just 20% good and 80% bad. And then sometimes they run and come back wanting the 80%, especially men. Because sometimes men, because of how you are wired, you don't have that emotional tenacity to take pressure like us women. That's why you have, unfortunately, more mad men than women, mad women in the institutions, And then when they start to experience life all over the globe, said, oh my God, what have I done? What have I done? This person was good. Because one thing with memories, they're going to come back. They're going to come back. I hear the song, memories don't live like people do. Well, that is true. That's a true song. They will always remember you. In other words, they'll always stay. That is so true. Because Beanie Man, he had DJed that particular song. He sang that song. You have to. It is to your benefit. It is imperative for you to value people who give you 80% good, 20% not good. And I'm not saying the 20% not good. They must, if somebody's being abusive and narcissistic, that you take on arrogant, ungodly. I'm not saying that. I don't want us to think of the wackiest bad 20%. Don't get me wrong. And usually if somebody gives you 80% good, hardly likely the 20% would fall under those categories that I mentioned. It may be some little idiosyncrasies or things that, just like how someone say, my husband, he gets under my skin when he puts the smell bad shoes in the living room, for example. Something, that can be dealt with. Or sometimes I tell him to call instead of WhatsApp or something that, you wouldn't consider it a major. It can lead into a major situation. But if remedied, no, please, people, there are many people living in regrets today and want back their friendships, want back their relationships because they treated the people unfairly. They never valued them. They never had stick-to-itiveness. They didn't stick by them. There was no loyalty. There was no devotion. Loyalty and devotion has to be tested in adversity. For you to know that I'm loyal to you, an adverse situation has to happen for you to see how I will deal with it, if I will stick by you. I'm not talking about adhering to or supporting wrongdoing. I'm talking about still supporting you. If your child goes out and does something wrong, you're not going to give up on him. Hopefully you won't give up on him as a parent. You won't throw your son or your daughter away. You will do whatever it is to rehabilitate that child. So similarly with friendships, relationships, husbands and wives, friends, platonic. Guys, follow me on TikTok, subscribe to my YouTube channel, share this message.